What's up, Bucked Up with Dini in the garage? This is going to be a U-Pull video, but first I got to share some absolute amateur hour monkey with a toolbox type stuff. I'm in the middle of a road trip right now. We're doing a 1,000-mile road trip, visiting family all over New York State, but our first leg of the trip takes us to Utica, New York, which is good news because my favorite yard is in Marcy, New York. So we're going to do a U-Pull video this morning, but I was having a little problem with the Jeep that I want to share with you. We took the 4.7 up here because it's the most comfortable Jeep we have, the 2001 Grand Cherokee. The whole way up on the highway, I put about 500 miles on this thing yesterday. The belt is chirping, not a lot. It would just like maybe 3 or 4 times per minute, it would make a little chirping noise. And I'm starting to get worried. I'm thinking my alternator's seizing up, my AC's seizing up. As you know, the hydro fan in this Jeep, the cooling fan, is run off the power steering pump. So if the power steering pump goes, not only do I not have power steering, but I don't have a cooling fan, and if like the alternator seizes up and shreds the bolt and I'm in the middle of Kanajahari on the thruway, I'm terrified the whole way coming up here. And then I remembered something. About a year ago, I was doing a video and I had the front of the engine in the frame, and a viewer said, "Bud, what's going on with your serpentine belt?" And this is how I bought the Jeep, with the serpentine belt run like this. Sure enough, I came out, and that's how it's supposed to be run. It's supposed to go around, down under the water pump, then over the alternator, and it's doing some other crazy stuff. And the guy told me, and I just forgot to look into it. Well, here's what's been happening. The AC pump is clearly not making enough contact with the belt. See how much contact it's supposed to have? It's barely even 90 degrees there. Little by little, it's been just chirping itself away, and you can actually see this is all belt here. It's all rubber over here. All down in here is all bits of rubber that have been chirping away little by little. So good news, nothing is screwed up except this belt is probably on its way out. I can actually feel it's sticky. So we're gonna go to the yard. I'm gonna pull a belt real quick because I'm sure I can find a good belt there. Additionally, I need this right here. This thing's been weeping. I came out the other day and there's a little puddle there. It's actually wet right now, which is a big bummer. So I think I don't even know how far this part goes or what I'm gonna get. I guess just a, I don't know, whatever. Let's get to the yard, man. I just wanted to share that with you. That is some amateur hour stuff. A viewer told me that I had to fix it. I completely ignored it because I just didn't think about it, and now I was puckered up the entire way up here thinking I was about to have a catastrophic failure. Nope, you're just an idiot. Total hack. What are you gonna do? All right, friends, here we are. Not gonna be our usual trip. I packed light. Well, light for me anyway. I know exactly what I need. It's down yonder. Let's go get her. I'm trying to take the executive producer to the zoo today, so I don't want to waste too much time here monkeying around. All right, well, this 05 Durango is going to give me a perfect view into what I wanted to know, but unfortunately it's bad news. I was kind of hoping that this coolant hose neck was maybe separate from the cover there, but it's not, so I'd have to pull the whole cover. I'm obviously not doing that, and I forgot the appropriately sized hex, so I guess I'm not doing anything about that. Leave me a comment down in the squawk boxes if you think Teflon tape on mine is a good idea. I assume someone's going to say coolant eats away at Teflon tape, but the goal would be for that to not be an issue because it's tight enough that you get where I'm going with this. Anyway, I've never actually seen a 4.7 torn down this much. Not that it's that torn down, but just a little bit interesting. Not my favorite motor, but it is growing on me. What are you gonna do? All right, well, now I'm pissed. Here's Grand Cherokee WK. What are we looking at? I guess just don't put a sticker on, fine. I'm guessing, I don't know, 05, 06. How come, oh, it's got the 4.7. How come this 4.7 gets a mech fan, but I was stuck with that ridiculous hydro fan? I didn't know that the WK's got a normal freaking fan. I knew the Durangos did. Not fair. Now the question, does a WK 4.7 mech fan work on my WJ? I assume there'd be clearance issues, fan shroud issues, all sorts of things to overcome. I think I'm just the monkey with a toolbox to figure that out. I might pull one of these someday. Not today. I've got my tripod, so I can't actually show you guys video of me doing anything. All right, well, wouldn't you know that the adjuster on that last one was totally seized. Couldn't get it to budge, and then some guys came over trying to do their jobs. I realized the downside to being here during the week is that the workers are all working around. It's kind of weird to film, but I thought it was worth mentioning that it looks like the Durango mech fan and the WK2 mech fan are 2 different mech fans. Maybe it's just a year thing. I don't know. I'm trying to give myself an education in the yard about mech fans. This is an 03, that was an 06, so maybe they just changed stuff up. Got a whole ecosystem growing on your truck, Buck. Not teabag. Talk about going green. Tell you what, Buck, you got this Dakota here literally bowing down in front of us. Nothing in the way. Perfect opportunity to pull a belt, but I'll tell you, this one's too hooped. She gone. It's just not enough left of her. Wouldn't be an upgrade at all. I'll take my chewed up belt over this one. Bummer though, because this one would have been real easy to pull. Anywho, moving on down the line. Ooh, it's a pretty WJ. Doesn't have the motor I need. Let's take a look see anyway. I think it was just the red that attracted me. I'm attracted to shiny things. This one's surprisingly clean-ish. Nope, never mind, that was a lie. I lied to you guys. I looked you right in the face. I told you a lie. This one's totally gone. You got some strap holding the gas tank on. That's fine. You don't have to worry about that. It's just how we do. These things get aggressively weight reduced. And then guys got to do what a guy's got to do to get to work. And that's all there is to it. Now you might be saying to yourself, why would Doug want to bother replacing an inner fender well? Who really cares? Well, the problem is, mine wore a hole like right here that made this awful whining noise that made me think that my diff was going out. So yesterday was just a fun drive all the way around. What truck was this? Not enough left of it to tell. Probably 1500. Looks long for a 1500. I don't know. Be a dang good time to pull a transfer case if you needed one. What transfer case is in here? Watch it be a 231 HD. And then I'm gonna have the dilemma of, do I pull this transfer case right now? Can't get to the tag because there's a bench in the way. Move. Come on, give it back. I tell you, life's tough and tougher if you're stupid. This is a 231D. Would be a good case to pull, but I just don't want to. I'm not even gonna make another excuse. I don't have a need for a 231 transfer case right now. I probably could sell it. You know you're lazy when this is the setup. You know you can make money on this thing and you still don't pull it. I tell you. I mean, who doesn't love a shot of some big machinery going by? Listen, man, I'm never one to judge another man's backyard attempt at fixing something, but you see this a lot. Guy just goes and jimmy jams some duct tape over the rust. What was the hopeful result here? Because you didn't hide the fact that it's totally foobar. You didn't prevent future rust. You definitely caused future rust. It's not even a lateral move. And I see it often, or you'll see just like the worst Bondo just like right across there. I'm being judgmental now. I should. Oh, it's got the 4.7. No belt. Gosh, dang it, Jiminy Christmas. You know what else I need? I need an inner fender well because I ate mine up on the thruway yesterday. Does this one have it? Oh yeah, it's even partially pulled for me. All right, we'll take that. Yeah. Plastic don't rust. Now, I've long said that the most comfortable seats ever put in a vehicle were in the early 90s ZJs. That's these seats right here. They just hug you. But I got to tell you, the seats in that Ford Explorer I've got, the 96 two-door, they grab you. So they just sit in me. Like, I'll get to work sometimes when I'm commuting in that thing, and I'll just sit there for a couple minutes and be like, damn, I don't want to go in. I just want to sit in this chair. So, that. I don't know. I felt you needed to know that. You're welcome. I'm bummed. I'm here on, what is it, Wednesday? I don't know what day it is. But starting Sunday, they're doing $12 alternators, which just can't beat that with a stick. What do we got in here? Uh-huh. I see. What? I don't know. Yeah, this is, I stopped over here because this is some impressive orange Loctite developing. We're down to the foam. Yep, sorry, that was my fault. But truthfully, not gonna make too much of a difference. I mean, this bad boy is shot. Yeah, I was saying $12 alternators, man. I would have come up and stocked up, sell some, whatever you got to do for $12. You can't go wrong. Fill a whole WJ full of $12 alternators, bring them on home. But that doesn't start today. Today is they have a sale every day. I can't remember what today is. It was something dumb. Marker lights. Marker lights are $5. Okay, thanks. Marker lights. I don't need any marker lights, man. I don't need marker lights, man. I do need a belt though. I mean, the belt here is going to be $5. What are they? $22 at the store. So obviously I could just go buy a belt. But there's a satisfaction that comes by saving that math. $15. Pulled it myself. I foraged for that belt. I tell you what, if you need some snows, this is a very fresh set of what do they call it? The spikes. Jiminy Christmas. It doesn't have them, but you could put them in. All around, these are really nice. These would actually sell. Damn. Should I pull these? These are 205 55 16s, and they are from, where's the date? Amateur hour. Where is it? It's hiding is what it's doing. Made in Korea. Presumably the not terrifying one. I can't find the date. I feel like an idiot. What am I doing? Where's the date on these? There's always a date, right? Korea? Don't you do dates? Whatever. I guess I don't get to know the date unless this is some funky date. It was made in 1945. That seems unlikely. Huh. Can't find the date. Spending too much time on tires. I really want to find the date on these. It's aggravating me that I can't find it. Oh well. I apologize. I just had you staring at tires for several minutes. Oh, 2018. So the 20th week of 2018. So I mean, they're 2 years old. I'm actually going to be back this way. So we're stopping in Utica, then we're driving up to see my father-in-law, basically in Canada, all the way up in it's way up there. It's right across the St. Lawrence from Brockville, Canada, Toronto, whatever. I don't know where it is. And then we're coming back this way this weekend. So might find out if these would work on the wife's car. We've been considering getting some smaller rims. Whatever. Let's get back to looking for Jeeps. Would a 3.7 belt work on my 4.7? I think it might. Everything looks the same. It's the same Jiminy Chris amateur hour timing cover. All the same accessories in the same places. Now this 3.7 obviously doesn't have a belt, but everything looks so similar. The 3.7 is basically the same as the 4.7 in a lot of ways. This 4.7 is way taken down. I'm assuming she's here because the chain guide broke. She lost her timing and she ate something. Let's see. Well, I mean, it's been sitting out in the water for so long, but presumably, or maybe that happened when they took the head off. Who knows? Boy, this truck is held together on a wing and a prayer, I'll tell you that much. That road saw buck is tough. It's a hard way to go. Well, wouldn't you know, I finally found some tow hooks in the yard, and they're for Liberty. I just don't know if these sell. I honestly don't, so I'm not going to probably buy them. They look very similar to how the WJ ones are. I know you can't see because contrast, but they don't mount the way the WK ones do. They look almost identical to the mounting point of the WJ. WJ. I wonder if these things would sell. Is it worth it? Should I pull them? Yeah. Let's see. How much of a fight is it going to be since I don't have impacts? It's going to be a lot of a fight, and that's how much. Alright, since again, no tripod, let me pull this bumper off, we'll see how bad it's going to be. Alrighty, I was actually completely wrong. I think these might actually be the same tow hooks you would put on a WK or an XK. It's got this setup here with the under, and then you have to take this guy off to get this out, which is, well, this is how they mount. I can't do this with one hand. I won't lie to you. This is a little crusty for resale. I might be able to figure something out. Do I take them? These are in good shape. Yeah, this can be gotten around. I'll figure that out. So I'm gonna take them. Take this other one. They came off relatively easily. I don't even have my 1/2 inch tools today. It was again packing light, so I had this little guy with this ridiculously tiny pipe on it, but it did the job. So I'll pull that other guy and then I will pray on it as we walk through the yard whether or not I'm actually going to take them. I'm thinking I am. It's been a while since I pulled tow hooks and these are in decent enough shape. If anybody wants some, definitely Liberty, probably WK and XK tow hooks, let me know. Make you a good deal. Well, somebody higher power than me intervened and said don't take those tow hooks. First thing I did was rip the mounting hardware square in two on that one, so we're going to leave this guy here. Sorry, little buddy. Sorry to remove you for no reason, but it was already iffy because the hardware was a little rusty, but I can't sell one tow hook. Nobody wants one tow hook. So back to our search. Frig off down there, Barb. Oh my God. Say it ain't so. No, come on, buddy. Say it ain't so. Is this? It is. In the junkyard. Just totally hooped. I mean, there's barely anything left of her. Oh, it breaks the heart. Breaks the heart. This right here, man. The definition of old school cool. Plymouth Roadrunner. I mean, it's got cartoon characters on it. It's not to love. Wow, man, this Jeep right here is really spinning me back. This is exactly how Willie started life. Champagne pearl paint, gray cladding, disgusting silver grille, buckskin cloth interior with the wood paneling. Yeah, buddy. Boring headliner. This has to be an 01 or 2000. Yeah, 2000. I think, no, sorry, yeah, they only did champagne pearl this color in 99 and 2000. Then they changed it to the champagne gold, which is a little bit darker. Dang, bud. Yeah, this thing, I'm just having a little fun here. Of course, now Willie's lifted up. Cladding is rhino lined. A couple of other things. Willie has really taken the abuse of my auto education. Everything I learned, I first learned by doing it wrong on Willie. And then I learned, oh, that doesn't work. Do it right the next time. So I'm pretty good at WJs now. We have Willie to thank for that. The poor guy, sacrificial lamb. What are you gonna do? Yeah, another 4.7. Oh no, this is a 3.7. See, that's my point though. The front of the motor looks almost the same. This belt is all chewed up, spit out, left for dead. I think we commented on these rims in the last video. I guess they don't look that bad. Or not the last video, last time we were here. I guess they're not that bad on this truck. I'm just not a fan of flashy rims. I'm a plain and simple man. I know what I like. I like to work hard. I like Jeeps and Dodges and everything else that isn't a Toyota. Well, we did a video a little bit ago about zombie reboots, car nameplates being brought back from the dead. This, of course, oh, Dodge Shadow. I might be wrong. Is the Dodge Shadow based on the Dodge Omni that was turned into the Charger? I don't know. It's definitely one of those K cars that saved the world. Old Lee Iacocca. Look at that teeny thing. What do we have going on here? What's going on here, boys? Tell me the truth. Is there a Home Depot clamp holding your distributor in place? I'm asking for a friend. Because that's what it looks like. Is this one of them Shitsubishi motors? I think. Methinks she is some kind of awful throttle body injection. There's just no way that worked well. But screw it, man. I drive one. Poking around this WJ, got to be an 04, right? Yep, 04. What in the world is this? Oh, remote start. I just saw command module. I was like, man, does this thing have ICBMs? That'd be awesome. No, remote smart command module. Worst thing you can do. Also, look, this guy's got dryer sheets on all of his vents. Is that a redneck air freshener that I didn't know about? Because I'm all for that. This one's pretty clean, all things considering. Certainly not as bad as that other one we put our finger through accidentally. Ugh. Never mind, it's a little gross inside. As if the Roadrunner didn't hurt enough. This is a 9er. ZJ with the big boy 360 5.9 liter. The 9er. Unfortunately, this thing was not cared for like at all. Otherwise, I'd consider pulling the interior because the 5.9 interior is 10 out of 10. But this thing's disgusting. I'm not messing around in there. Shame, man. No respect. Well, buddy Buck, I'll tell you what, it's been quite a day. So we left the yard this morning. We struck out, except for that inner fender well. I then took the executive producer to the zoo. We had a great time. What are you looking at?
Okay.
Big old bird. Is it an ostrich? It's a pretty big bird. You think you could ride it? I went and bought a fan belt, and I was praying on it all day. Those tires we saw, the snow tires, and I'll be dipped if I just don't have to have them. So we're back at the yard, second time today. We're gonna run in and we're gonna grab those tires, and then we're gonna go home and put this fan belt on, and that'll be our day. At the yard twice in one day, Buck, I'm telling you. It's living the dream. For the record, 30 bucks for a new serpentine belt. Could have had one here for $7, but the U-pull gods didn't see it fit. So be it. Into the yard we go. Well, I had to march all the way back out here to this PT Cruiser, but yeah, man, it's definitely worth it. These tires are super new. They're only 2 years old, and they just don't have too many miles on them, and they're all in really good shape. So I'm going to take them with the rims. Thankfully, the rims are not as ugly as the vehicle they're on, and it's very clear that this trip was meant to be. Found some dikes, huh? That's a fresh pair of tools. Hit her with the wire wheel, be good to go. What may end up being a poor choice, I only brought the tire iron. Didn't bring a breaker bar or sockets, so I don't really know what could go wrong there, but let's get these ripped off. Oh, get the heck out of here. The atmosphere has materialized in a big way since this morning. Mercury's on the rise, and it's pretty damn thick out here. I'd like to be back at home, with some silly soda. So I'm gonna get at this, check in a minute. Alrighty, I've been trying the old, again, I still don't have my tripod. I've been trying the old whip it and hack it back and forth, and that's not working. So, what are the odds the e-brake works on this rusted pile of steel and sex appeal? Oh, it's a little nasty in here. Survey says, we're golden, buck. All right, that's good. I really wish I'd remembered the tripod, but oh well. I'm gonna have to do this without you guys. Well, you know what they say, folks. Life's hard and harder if you're stupid. The mini-me tire iron was not gonna cut it. In fact, I think it was already starting to break, but thankfully, Junkyard provideth. I found a number of these 19 mil Mopar doohickeys, though. Oh, that was the one I just did. Though these rusty, crusty, dusty lugs up here were proving too much for the e-brake. So we had to get this big Jimmy Jammer and slurp her on there. I'm doing this routine, the spray and pray. Up, come on, give her back. Just sort of keep shocking the system until she pops. Which is apparently not working anymore. Alrighty, new plan. We got a big frig off piece of aluminum in there. We've got our piece of tailpipe. We have our Junkyard lug wrench. Now we just try to not give ourselves all of the tetanus. And when these things let go, they make a bit of a racket. There it is. Totally simple. It might finally be time to buy an impact gun. Why don't I just buy an impact gun? The channel makes enough money to afford an impact gun. I have to go do this 3 more times. I'll tell you when the tires are off. Buddy Buck, I'll tell you what, those fought me more than I thought they were going to. I told the wife I'm running out, I'll be back in an hour. I'm only gonna be 10 minutes in the yard. Famous last words. I did meet a nice gentleman who was working on pulling some parts from this 4.7, so I had some good company while I was pulling the score. Here you go. I mean, that's some brand new tread right there. This is even one of the fronts. This is the other front. You can see it's a little bit tapered, but that's about it. I mean, these things are friggin' mint. I'd be stupid not to pull these. So now I get to lug these back all the way down, you know, the other end of the grocery store, as we discussed earlier. I'm certain this arrangement, tippy topping's not going to work. So I probably have to make 2 trips. Whatever. Friends, work smarter, not harder. It is not exactly my most elegant solution, but I'll be dipped if I was going to take that hike twice. It actually works. Should be good for the half-mile trip as long as there are no stiff winds, because wildly top heavy. Who buddy buck, I'll tell you what, we got the new belt on. We even consulted the hieroglyphics over here, and it would appear that this monkey with a toolbox happened to get it right this time. Not really sure what was going on last time or how I didn't catch it for so long, but whatever. The next catastrophe to contend with is this weeping bleed hole. It just sort of weeps coolant after a long trip. We just got back, put another 250 miles on this Jeep for our road trip, and this stopped the squeaking, so that's good. For forever, however long that was going on. I mean, amateur hour, Jesus. We're at our most northern point, way up at the land of the Thousand Lakes, on the beautiful St. Lawrence River. I, of course, am standing over here in the land of calories and screaming eagles, but just over there, that is the Maple Syrup Republic, none other than Canada, the land of Molson and maple syrup. This is the scenic St. Lawrence River right here. We've been chilling out, doing some boating, doing some grilling. Of course, we are persona non grata over there right now. Otherwise, we'd be trying. Right over there is Brockville, Ontario, I guess. Cool place to visit, though. They don't want us infected Americans right now. No big deal. Here's what we did. We actually went up river a number of miles to an antique boat museum. A bunch of really cool old wooden boats, everything from kayaks to hydroplanes. Tons of cool old engines. They are marine engines, but they're actually surplus aviation engines from World War I and II. Really cool stuff. I didn't take any video there because I was just enjoying family time, but we did take a ton of pictures, which I'm going to be putting up in a series of posts on our Instagram this week. So if you want to see some cool old marine stuff, boats, engines, everything literally from kayaks to hydroplanes, go ahead and check us out over on Instagram. I'm not going to shut this video down yet though. I want to see how the Jeep does in the other 500 miles. If anything else interesting happens. If not, I'll give you a little recap when we get home. Weirdest U-Pull video anywhere ever. Starts amateur hour. Jiminy Christmas, get yourself together. I'm in full-on vacation mode. Weirdest U-Pull video ever. Starts as a U-Pull video, ends as a vacation video. I don't know, man. Only here at D&E, what can I say? Well, Buddy Buck, I'll tell you what, we had nothing else to report the rest of the trip, which is of course a good thing when on a family road trip with a 20-year-old V8. The 4.7 did great, got some pretty surprising mileage since I did the whole trip with the front drive shaft out. I was pulling 20 on the highway with the AC on to about 75, so my transfer case has definitely been locking up and screwing me. So if you follow along with the channel, you know what I'm talking about. We got the tires home, that's a good thing. These beefy snow boys, I think, are going to be just a little too short for the wife's Compass. But last night was looking at them. They're going to be fine from either my mother's Subaru or I'm going to put them for sale. So if you want some beefy, not 2 years old, beefy snow tires, Hankook, Pike, RS, where was that date code? I'm doing it again. I'm making you stare at tires. So 2 of them were 1818, meaning the 18th week of 2018, and 2 of them were 2018. But I mean, that's negligible. Rims aren't too bad. Let me know if you'd be interested in those bad boys. Certainly is good to be home. I'm gonna drive this Ford today before I got a couple people looking at it. I think the Ford's going away. Someone's gonna buy her. That's a good thing for the Dodge. We can finally afford the carburetor. While we were gone, the wife's sunflowers started to come up. So that was a pleasant surprise when we got home. Vacations are fun, but coming home is where the real magic is. So, if you like the video, It's common sense. Leave us a comment down there in the squawk boxes. This was a weird one, so thanks for following along. See you next time.